You too. It's been a while. Was it Wednesday since the last time? Happy Monday. This weekend was totally challenging and crazy. I don't know. I feel this black and white theme. Kind of like it. Plus, I don't feel like crap that it's Monday. Anyways, had a long, challenging task. Yeah, pretty much this weekend. It started on Thursday. So on Turo, this client hit me up on see if I could drop the truck off at LAX. And if you know LAX, it's really challenging to kind of trade your truck in the middle of picking up the client. So I told the client hit me up at 9 o'clock. I think it was on a Wednesday. I know it was on Thursday, but I feel like it was like last minute. And then I had a Turo client pick it up on Friday, which it was already booked. And we're just fixing the balcony. So Thursday, she said if I could drop it off, and I told her the options, like we could go to the LAX parking lot, but you have to pay a parking fee. I could drop it off at the terminal, but it has to be quick, and you only have like 2 minutes because LAX police to kick you out because you can't be parking there forever. And if you work Turo, you have to take pictures of the truck and take the pictures of the odometer and pictures of the gas. So it's really challenging. And I told her, how about I pick you up and drop you off at the hotel, like a sort of a Uber kind of thing. And yeah, I was texting her this and that. I told her we could meet at the hotel where she was staying at the Marriott LAX, so it's not that far. But then she has to get an Uber, so I was trying to accommodate her as much as I can, but she wasn't texting like ASAP. Like her communication was really like not there. So I kept texting her. This was at night, so on Friday I had to talk to the other client. So I was losing a lot of sleep because I guess Turo gives you like 5 or 6 hours if you want to deny or accept the offer. But she wasn't really like responding. So, and this was like already at 10, so I left it alone, and by 2 in the morning I texted her more, and she was like, I think she sent one text at 11, 2 hours prior when she texted me to see if I could give the truck to her. And at the last minute I just like, you know what, I'm going out of my way and she's not responding, so I just canceled it. I got ding on the acceptance rate, but she's not really being communicated. So I just like told her, you know what, I guess find someone else, because I responded with like 5 or 6 messages after at 9 o'clock. I didn't get no response. If she really wanted the truck, then she would have responded really quick, but I guess it was not a priority to her. So I was like, you know what, forget it. I'll just cancel it. And then Friday's Turo, since Friday I had a wedding to go. So the wedding started at 6, right? 7. Yeah, the receptionist is at 7. And I had the client told me he was gonna pick it up between 6 or 7. His communication was kind of like not there, but he tried to respond. So I think in the Turo app you could message them in the app, and then they give you like a fake number that works as like an iPhone or whatever because it's blue on mine, so I assume it's iPhone, but I guess if it's Samsung then it turns green. So he texted me on that number instead of the Turo number, and yeah, and it was pretty good. I told the guy if he could come get a little quicker because I had a wedding to go. And on this app you could like send someone else to represent you, but I know my dad and my mom will not be here on Friday because I know they will come late because it's Friday. and my sister and her boyfriend will be in Las Vegas, so there was nobody I could like give him the key and just check for the ID for me. But so he told me that he wanted to pick it up that day, so it was cool. I was like, all right, whatever. I have to come to the wedding late, so I had to change my plans on that. So I dropped off the gifts. Guess I was gonna miss the ceremony, but then he texted me at the last minute saying that if he could pick it up tomorrow which is Saturday, at 9 a.m. And I was like, yeah, of course, because then it gives me time to go to the wedding on time. But then I know the wedding, my cousin's also going, so I know I was gonna like be not, obviously I was gonna have a lot of fun, so I was gonna be lit. So I knew I was gonna come late to. I told the guy if I come late, then it's obviously it will be my fault, but I mean, I'm just gonna give you the key. So if I come late, like 9, either way, he came at 9:30. So, and then I was kind of feeling, I wasn't hungover, but I was just tired. And then we met up, cool dude, left this car here, and they took the truck. I guess he needed it for a moving thing. I guess it's the end of the month, and so he was just gonna move. And then he took it. The wedding was off the hook, everything was fun. But yeah, that was fun. So that Saturday I had a cash client, right? So a returning client texted me if I could help one of her clients move, because she doesn't do that kind of job. So she texted me her client's number, and then we were gonna just text each other. I texted her on him on Friday, right? Because Friday was a busy day for me. So I texted him about the task. He was like, oh, it's gonna be 2 to 3 hours. It's gonna be from the peninsula to it's like 10 minutes away. So it's from A to B. Couple items, 2 beds, some boxes. And that's it. And then my client was like, the one that actually gave me the referral, said it'll be like 2 to 3 hours. Mind you, I just came out of a wedding. I just woke up for Turo, so I'm not feeling like 100%. I'm kind of sleepy and kind of tired. Plus, 2 to 3 hours is not a lot. So, and I told him I knew this is when it was gonna be bad, because he said he has somebody with a box truck, 2 to 3 people, but I don't know. I must have there was a miscommunication, and then miscommunication that I guess he wanted somebody like the last minute. I don't know. It was me. I was tired. I couldn't understand him that well, so I just took the job, right? And then I didn't want my returning client, to go bad on her word. So we were like, okay, it's just 2 beds, 2 boxes, maybe a couple of stuff. And hold on, let me see, someone came. Oh no. So we got there, right? It's like noon, right? Because I told her I need a couple hours to recover. So noon, 12 to 1. So we got there to Long Beach, and we met with the daughter, right? The one she was gonna move, and she was like this, that too. Also this. So it was 2 bedrooms, couple stuff in the living room. Yeah, and that's it. But most of them were bulky, and then some of them were fragile. And I looked at my cousin. Yeah, this is gonna be more than just 2 hours, more than 3 hours actually. So it ended up being 8 hours, but I'll tell you why it became 8 hours. So we got all the stuff, right? We disassembled we disassembled one of the beds, which was a king, and we got that. We threw the stuff in I think it was a condo. The condo, right? And the bed is and the elevators are small. It's one of those old condos, So I was like, okay, I told my cousin the elevator is small, really small. So I hope we don't have to carry anything, because she lives in the 4th level, so it's 4 flights. And so we did that. We took out the king, everything was simple. And then after that, we took the other bed, and we took that, a couple stuff. So and then we left the third item, I mean 3 trips. So the third trip had the most of the items. So we took everything from there. So we took everything, and then, but the second bed, I think it was a king, California king. The framing was a California king. The bed was a king, and we somehow sneaked both mattresses inside that tiny elevator. So we got lucky there for the flights of stairs. So the framing, obviously, we took it apart. The first one, the second one, we were trying to fit it in because it had too many parts. The frame, because the other one was just a big square, one in the middle, and I think it came with the racks already. The second one was everything was individual. It had too many parts to it, so we were trying to make it fit, but I knew it was not gonna fit. So I left it like that. So I told my cousin, here, disassemble it, we'll assemble it back. And he's really good at, we're both good at disassembling stuff, you know, especially when it comes to beds. You know, nothing, we got stumped kind of, few times, but we recovered. So while he's doing that in the alley, I'm moving all the furniture and putting it on the dolly and doing it by myself, you know. And plus, the door had to be closed all the time because it had like a warning sign if you leave it open. So, you know, that was annoying. So we go up there and then we just drop everything, right? So we're doing that, and then after our third trip, when we bring everything, we put everything back. So now we're done moving, right? So the moving and delivery is done. So all we have to do is assemble the 2 beds, and we call it a day. So that was on the 5th hour. So by that time, we just a couple minutes, and we dip out. We do the first bed like nothing, right? Easy, you know. And the second one, that one had that one was the challenging one, you know. I don't know. It's just I seen these beds before, but I never disassembled. I usually take it in one piece, but since the elevator was small, we had to disassemble it, and we didn't have a manual for it, so we had to like visually remember it. So my cousin's really good at remembering stuff, so he does it. I kind of like forget stuff because I'm older, right? I was just focused on something else. He's really good at that, you know. So I didn't see it when he disassembled. When I came back, he already had it disassembled. So when we're trying to put it back, we put it back and it looked awkward. It looked like it was unbalanced. So it just looked weird, you know. It just didn't make sense. And then we disassemble it again and we assemble it again, and nothing, you know. We're like, what the hell? We're like, what's going on? You know, like we can't get it. Like if we do one thing, obviously it'll mess up the other one. So it was like it'll affect each item, like a domino effect. Something went bad, then the other one won't go. And we were like figuring it. We were there for like 2 hours figuring it. So it's already 7 hours, right? I'm like, you know what? I told my cousin, like, yo, we're taking their time. We've been here way too long, and I think we're gonna call it in. Like, hey, bro, like we can't figure this out, you know. And they came in, right? They were like cool people, you know. They were like, just leave it and come back tomorrow. And knowing me, like, I don't like coming back, you know. It's like I didn't want to be defeated. And my cousin was getting frustrated too, and I was getting frustrated too, you know. But he was taking it more serious because, you know, like he disassembled it, so he should remember how to put it back. I didn't tell him it's okay, you know, like it happens, you know. It's really hard when the manual's not there, and plus he's tired from the wedding, you know. I'm tired from the wedding. It was just a lot of challenges, so I tell him, look, I think we should just give this task for free, right? For like messing up their time, you know, because I guess they had, I don't know, I don't think it had to be somewhere, but you know, we're already like running into like too many problems. So I tried to so I told him, look, we can't figure it out. So he came in and he was trying to figure it out, and the wife came, you know. You could tell them they were upset, you know. They were like, you know, they could see that we were trying, but we're not fixing the problem, right? So then I told my cousin, I just need the manual, you know, like if we could find a manual, it would be good. And then my cousin, both of them saw the serial code. It's like, look, the serial code is right there. Just obviously just Google it, you know, when it comes to that. If the sticker is there, you know, if the SKU number and all that stuff is there, you know, the instructions. And then after that, you just gotta find the right frame. So we did that, you know. We obviously Google found it, and his phone was dying, so he sent it to me just in case. And he was like a good visual person too, so he looked at it, and then we finally figured it out. We finished the job, and I was just relieved, like, okay, you know, even though we messed up, we recovered, but it took long, so I'm not gonna charge him for all these hours. But since we took too long, and we kind of like, we didn't half-ass it, we actually did the job good. I told him, look, this test will be free. I took so much time from you guys, you know. And they were like, no, you know, we're gonna pay you this, and it was like a back and forth, like, no, it's okay, and I was like, no, it's okay. So I told them, look, they got my Venmo information, and I tell them, pay us. You know, anybody could just like, I don't know, I might, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, I handle it differently. Maybe some other people will handle it a different way too, but to me, it's like either you do it well or you don't. You know, that's why I was talking to some other people, like, so I was like, I don't feel comfortable taking their money for like all this hard work and then kind of mess up at the end. And so I told him, look, I'll give you a discount or I'll do it for free, you know. So, you know, that good karma. So it's like, it's cool if you guys want to pay me. It's cool if it's not, you know. So I left them that. It's like, here's my Venmo information. And I told my cousin, I'll be surprised if they pay me. Even though, yeah, everybody's saying that they should pay me from point A to point like, I guess point B, since, you know, since the movie, and then after that don't pay the last part. But it was already a lot of money, so you mean I could always like just be challenging to them, like, hey, you know, you show me this, show me that. But, you know, reputation is a good thing. So plus it was one of my returning clients that, you know, she actually gives me a lot of work, so I didn't want to give her a bad name, so I was stuck in that middle, right? So I was like, if I tell her, like, if I demand get paid, so she's gonna, then that client's gonna tell her, like, hey, you know, this guy wasn't good, or he's like horrible, you know. You just don't want to put her in the middle. So I just said, you know what, this is free of charge. And they were like, no, we'll pay you for what you did from here to here. Obviously, we're not gonna pay you the assembly parts, like, which I was okay, you know. And I told her my rate, and then they're like, okay, we'll Venmo you, right? And then I told my cousin, don't be surprised if they don't pay us at all. And my cousin was like, okay, you know, we always get a lot of work, so I'm not really tripping, you know. He was tripping about, like, what would I say, you know. It's like, don't even worry about it. Like, we all make mistakes, you know. We're not perfect. You know, even though I've been here like 5 years in the game, so, you know, you always learn something new. At least I told my cousin, at least we finished it, you know. We did it right. We didn't take any shortcuts. And it took us long, but we finished the job. We finished the task. And then after that, I said, thank you for hiring us. Sorry it took this long. And, you know, hopefully you had more work for us. Totally understand if you want someone else. And he was like, yeah, okay, you know, yeah, it's okay, you know, you don't have to apologize. You know, I don't know, I just take it, I just want to have a good job, you know. That's what I wanted it, you know, like, and we did a good job. So it might took long, but I feel like, I feel okay, you know. I feel great. Yeah, we didn't get paid, sucks that we didn't get paid, but it happens, you know. Just, you know, sometimes these challenges arise and you have to adapt. So instead of leaving the client, hey, you know, I can't figure it out, and dip out, and not get paid, and then we both are angry at each other. At least we finished it. So yeah, that happened. I put the picture of the framing. It was just a simple ass frame too. You know, it's just, I guess we were just tired, even though that's not an excuse. We was just like, we were just too slow, you know. And then I told my cousin, maybe next time when we have an event, we should not take a job that day, you know, the following day, you know. Because, you know, this is what happens, you know, it's just one mistake, and look, I led through all these errors. So yeah, you know, even I made mistakes. Even though I didn't make it, we're a team, so it's cool. I just think it was just volunteer work, so a good D, right? That's what I see. You know, keep it positive. And after that, I don't know. And then I guess I got arrogant too, because you know I done so many jobs, so like I could feel like I could do it all, but you know this kind of brought me back. So like, you know what, maybe next time I should ask more questions, or not take the job, you know, because it was a lot of work. Honestly, it was a lot of work, and it was like it was like almost 8 hours. So I was like, I need a drink. Honestly, I went to my Bree, the one I did a move for her. It was her birthday, so the family. So they invited me, and that's what I needed, like a cool drink, you know, and just talk about and just be with friends and family. You know, my cousin went and did his own thing, but yeah, man, this whole weekend was really a challenge. But it's cool, you know. It was something new, like something out of my comfort zone. So like how to handle it. Other than that, Sunday, yeah, I didn't do anything. Plus, I finally took a day off, like, you know, because I feel like I need to recover from that wedding. So that wedding just threw everything off, but it's okay, you know. As long as the client was happy, that's all that mattered. Plus, you know, it was because, you know, I wanted the returning client to say, hey, you know, this guy's good, and you know, even though he messed up, you know, he came, you know, he did the job done. So plus today there's a bonus on TaskRabbit. So if you get like 8 tasks within this whole week, then yeah, I barely got one this whole month. But I have a lot of tour clients. Yeah, you know, it's just, I mean, like I say, shit happens. So till next time, on Wednesday, I'll probably have that hauling. So 2 days after this, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Stay safe.